It's funny, isn't it? How life is so short. You never know when your last moment will be. She was a beautiful young girl. It's a shame she had to leave us so soon. She probably had her whole life planned out. What will she do? What house will she buy? What dog will she have? She probably planned her marriage and the name of her kids. She had it all, and it was harshly taken away from her.
Why did you kill her? She had nothing to do with you.
You kill her. If she hasn't been with you, she will still be alive. So don't blame me, Julian.
Why? Why are you doing this?
You know, as a writer, you should feel emotions really, really deep. You should feel them so deeply and so sincerely that you want to pop. Because emotions are the vessels of a story. They bring the story to life. As a child, my imagination was wild, vivid. I had my own world where I would hide and imagine stories. My ideas were magnificent. They had everything a real book needs. I wanted to share my stories with the world. When you have a whole different world inside your head, it's hard to go back to the harsh reality. It's something all writers have problems with, accepting that their world sadly isn't the reality. Yet they try to make it by writing stories. Stories that people don't acknowledge enough. People like you that treated my art as a piece of garbage. You had the audacity to burn it all. Every page you burned left a scar on my young writer's soul. I could never go back to that world. I could never write anything like it again because I never felt like a happy child again. Anytime I tried, it would be a disaster, a joke, a disgrace. I was ashamed of myself. So I had to find a new emotion, a new vessel to inspire my stories. Sadness, anger, loneliness, disgust. I had to use those emotions now. So I started to write about police and criminals, reporters and politics. I tried to portray the best sociopaths and serial killers, but they were not good enough. They were not good enough. The critics, they said that my killers were flat, plain and boring. So what was I supposed to do? To get in the mindset of a killer? But how? To become a killer? No, I could never. That's a lie, I guess. Remember the night I came home with bruises all over me? Well, the guy I was going out with almost raped me. It's an awful story, really. However, I managed to grab a gun that he hid in his side table. You know what pissed me the most about it? It wasn't the beating or him tearing my clothes apart. Not even the nicknames he called me. It was his eyes. His eyes didn't show fear. He was laughing at me, calling me a weak little girl. Those eyes remember me of our dear old dad. The eyes of disappointment. He always looked at me as his worthless child who became a writer. While you, his beloved son, became a businessman. I wanted the guy to be afraid of me, to beg me to spare his life. No, 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 no. He was laughing and laughing and laughing and laughing and laughing and laughing! So I grabbed his face, put a gun to his head. That's when the fear showed. I was satisfied. I pulled the trigger and I was waiting for the guilt, the feeling of loathing to eat me alive. I was waiting for the call to kill myself. But it never came. It never came. I feel so powerful, Julian. So alive. To feel how a person slowly dies under you. God, it feels so good. But do you know what's the worst thing about it? It only lasts for a few moments. So I had to write it down. I found a fountain pen and a piece of paper. I never wet his blood. After each of my kills, I wrote with their blood. Look how beautiful it is. Look! It's so unique! No one can take this away from me. Not even you. Wanna know how my last book got such a big success? It was because of this. But still, I feel empty when I don't kill. I'm empty. I have this huge hole inside me that can only be fulfilled with murder for a few moments. Even after killing her, I want to kill again.
You are crazy. You are insane.
I'm insane. I'm insane! I'm insane! I'm insane! I'm insane! I'm insane! I'm insane!
No!
We're all insane.